Hi, everybody. Welcome back to DesignShift, the crossroads of design and mindset. I'm your host, Blair Cho, and today I'm interviewing Camry Hickman. She is a psychic and does tarot readings. So I'm really interested to talk to her, but I think today we're going to do something a little different and start off with a prayer, if that's okay.
Yes, of course, of course.
So do you want to lead us in the prayer?
Of course, yes. So everyone bow your heads. No, I'm playing. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for this amazing podcast. And I thank you for this meeting and me and Blair connecting. I thank you that all of the works of Blair in my hands are blessed and that this will touch everyone that may need to hear this message, may need to hear and get insight on everything that Blair has to offer, everything that I have to offer. And I pray that we both connect and meet our goals, our needs for the year of 2025 and beyond. I just pray for our protection, divine protection everywhere that we go, everywhere Blair goes. And I'm just sending positive energy to your podcast and just to you in general. And amen.
Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you for all the good vibes. That's
Good
awesome.
vibes. Good vibes.
Yeah, 2025, I have a feeling is going to be a really good year.
Same. Me too. For me, it felt like energetically from the 2024 to 2025, like it feels a lot lighter. I don't know if you felt that. It just feels like a fresh start. So
yeah,
I'm very excited about that.
So I actually heard on a podcast this morning that 2025, because 2, 2, and 5 equal 9, that this is the year of 9
Yes.
in numerology.
Yes.
So I don't know a lot about numerology. Maybe you do, but yeah, I heard that it's the year of 9, and it's a lot of like closing the loop and
Exactly.
like endings.
Yes.
Thoughts about your past and letting of toxic people, like ending those relationships, stuff like that.
Yeah. So a lot of endings, like a lot of thought patterns, or if someone might have like imposter syndrome, this is the year that mentally is like go time. And I also said in my group, like it's harvest season for a lot of people. So a lot of seeds people have planted in 24. Seeds will be harvest. Things that you've been working towards will bring you a result to get you closer to 2026 will probably be the year of 10. So that's like a wish fulfillment, completion, celebration, happiness. So this is just a preparation for everything. So just like your podcast, just to continue to keep going and growing. It's able to get to a space of where you're wanting it to be, if that makes sense.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to seeing what this year brings and preparing, like you said, for 2026 for things to really be knocked out of the park for sure.
Yes.
So I know you're a psychic, so I have a couple questions because I've never met an actual psychic before.
Okay.
What is your background? How did you realize you were a psychic? What does it mean to be psychic?
Yeah. So my background, honestly, I grew up in the church. I grew up going to private school, knowing the church. And of course, having that relationship with God, having that relationship or thinking I knew what a relationship with God was like then. Just going to church, of course, I've met a lot of different people and a lot of different experiences. But as I gotten older, I kind of questioned a lot of things about church and just about certain things. I always kind of knew it was like a little different from everyone. I'm just like, I'm not sure why I'm different. I remember when I was younger, I used to hide like fortune cookies, like the little messages in a box. And I would hide it under my bed. And I'm like, that's kind of weird to do. But like at that moment, I'm like, I knew I'm like it's a little something there. Like it's
Right.
something. But I was like, I just did it so like I can have like encouragement. Like if I need to like pull out a little message in a box, I can just have it there.
Yeah,
I always know it was different. I mean, I enjoyed at the time growing up in church because that helped me to be the woman that I am today. But I'm thankful for that. But I know that there's so much more to spirituality and having a relationship with God. I feel like I'm closer to God now than I was before when I was younger, growing up in a church. So I just know now that not necessarily going to church makes you have a relationship with God or whoever you serve. It's just that one-on-one relationship that you have. So it's basically about a relationship. But how I got started in tarot, I just kind of been going through like revelations and spiritual awakenings. And my business did start off as just a candle business, just a regular, normal candle business. And as I was going through a spiritual awakening, aka a breakup, I just kind of dove deep into different things. So I just kind of started adding crystals as I learned about crystals, and sage as I learned about sage. And I just grew my business as a product-based business. And in like the end of 2023, I kind of always wanted to add some type of service, but I actually did not want to be a tarot reader at all. Like, I was like running from it so bad. It was crazy. I really don't know why I did that. So basically, I like kind of dived deep. Like, I did readings for friends and just did it like so I can just learn as a basic skill. And I would just read my friends sometimes. And my friend recommended me to someone. And I'm like, I don't know if I should do this. And every time I just kind of doubted myself, somebody would ask me to do a reading for them. And the first person that I did a reading for, we had the same name. And I'm like, and my name is so unique. Like, I don't have a normal name. So I'm like, that must mean something. And after that, it just kind of slowly started to build. I kind of like shied away from it because I'm like, I just feel like, I didn't know that. I knew I was always intuitive, but I didn't know my gifts were as strong as they were. And I just was practicing on friends. But as soon as, she came to me, and I just kind of started just moving fast towards it and just building my clientele in several different ways. But at the end of 2023 is when I really started adding that service to my business. So it's very, very new, of course, but the year of 2023 I spent just growing my business. 2024 just spent growing my business. So I definitely feel like I'm in a good space as far as clientele is concerned. And yeah, I love what I do. I wouldn't have thought that I would have been a tarot reader because I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to just sell my candles and go about my way. But I just feel like this has helped me to grow as a woman, helped me to grow intuitively for myself, but also having the ability to help other people with their situations. I have customers that go through different situations, and I'm glad that I'm able to help guide them and say, here's what we might need to tweak, or here's what's coming up, or here's something that you might need to be aware of. So I'm glad I can be that source and help for other people, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's a short story.
I think I really like where you made the connection between God and spirituality, just because people think about like tarot and the term spirituality, they think about like pagan, like witchcraft,
Right.
instead of like connecting that to God, spirit, universe, whatever you believe.
Right.
I believe that there's a higher power, and however you want to phrase that or whatever term you want is okay. But I like that you connected God to, or the term God to tarot reading and kind of what you do in your lane.
Right.
And you have an Etsy shop, correct?
Yes, I do. I love Etsy.
Is it product-based and also where you offer reading packages?
Yes. So it's both product and service-based. So I, still have my products, but of course, majority people do get readings, but I like to recommend different products when people get readings for different situations. And, I sell like Florida water just as a cleansing, protecting water. Of course, white sage to cleanse your energy, cleanse your space. I have like a rose quartz room spray just with rose quartz at the bottom, which is like a love property, as well as a protection spray. So aura cleansing. And of course, smells really good. But yeah, products and services.
So when you read tarot, is it important for someone to give you a specific question, or can you just kind of like, do you pick up on the energy, pick up on the vibe, pick up on what they need? How does it work?
So when someone usually comes to me, I'm gonna give you an example. Say for instance, someone comes to me for a love reading and they're just like, I just want a love reading on me and my ex. I'm like, okay. It's really easy for me to pick up situations. I really don't need much, to be honest. It's easy for me to pick up sometimes, but honestly, I did have a reading like a couple days ago where I'm just like, I'm gonna need you to tell me something because I'm not really getting it. But I don't really need much. All I need is just a name, and we're good to go. But nothing really. I feel like that's a really strong gift that I do have. But yeah.
So do you, like when you're walking on the street, see people, brush past people and feel certain energy from them? Or do you have to have the cards to pick up the energy?
Honestly, feel like I don't need cards to just read people in general. Like, I just feel like the cards are just a guide to help me through, and like, maybe this person is a little this way, but let me check the cards to see if I'm spot on or not. But I definitely do feel like cards are definitely not needed, but they're just definitely something that's like a, let me check, like a reassurance type of thing. But it's really easy for me to pick up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to do a reading on me, would you use cards? What would you do? And can you do it virtually?
Yes, of course. Of course. Like, would you want like a mini right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
It would be
Let's
awesome.
okay, let's see. I have my cards out just to see what's gonna happen. So I do like to use the cards because I like to tell my customers, like, and clients, what cards come out so they can kind of understand what the cards mean, like kind of like a backstory. But let's see what your energy is like, Blair.
This is so cool. I've never had this done before.
You never gotten a reading before?
This is so
Oh my
exciting.
goodness. Okay. This should be fun. Spirit, what is the current energy surrounding Blair at this time? Okay. So I feel like right now, mentally, you're in a pretty great space at this time. So I have the Page of Cups here, which represents like a friendly energy. This is also indicating like what you're doing right now. Like this is a Page of Cups, like offering a cup, but cups also represent like opportunities. So you're giving someone an opportunity to be on a podcast, or you're giving opportunities for networking to happen. With this star card here, this represents happiness and wish fulfillment. I also feel like you're in a space of possibly like retreating, trying to do a lot of self-care, or also walking away from someone and or something. With this Three of Wands, it does represent planning and possibly traveling or deciding to move. This just represents you looking at your horizons and deciding like, what is it? What's best for me? What am I going to plan? What does 2025 look like for Blair? Along with the King of Wands. So this is like the energy that you're in. This is like planning. This is like getting focused, getting determined on what you're wanting, writing things down, along with the Ten of Pentacles. So you can be doing a lot of family planning, planning for family, wanting to generate more income or generate more opportunities for yourself, along with the Page of Pentacles. So it's representing like money, finances, how to be financially stable or more financially abundant, how to get more opportunities coming in your household, which represents creativity, the Ace of Swords, along with the Wheel of Fortune. So this represents good luck, good fortune, good energy. With this Queen of Swords card, this represents someone who needs to set boundaries, or you may be setting boundaries with people. Sometimes the Queen of Swords could come off sometimes rude to people, but this is sometimes necessary in order for us to grow as women and just as business owners, along with the Hierophant and the Ace of Wands. So this represents things moving really pretty fast for you as far as like your business and as far as you connecting with other people and other women, along with the High Priestess. So this represents you having your intuition, making sure that you're very intuitive with the people that you allow in your space, in your environment, along with the Death card. So I do feel like the Death card doesn't necessarily mean like a physical death. This is like a transformation that you will be going through. And let's see, the Hangman. So I do feel like with the Death card, the Moon, the Hangman, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Swords, that there could possibly be something, I'm not sure what it may be, but possibly something like a heartbreak or something that you may be like a lingering energy of something that you need to heal from that might be coming up in the next couple of weeks. This could be a breakup. This could be anything, honestly, along with the Hangman. So I do feel like maybe emotionally there's energies of this coming up of, heartbreak or some type of pain that you may be experiencing. But let me keep going. This could also be dealing with some type of relationship as well, walking away from something or people. And this is just kind of like missing someone, or this could be someone else's energy and your energy as well. Someone missing you or you missing someone, along with the Six of Swords. So I feel like emotionally you may be walking away or trying to walk away from something, or this is the energy that could come up within 2025 for you. And that's what I have.
Oh my God. Mind literally blown. I feel like
Really?
those things hit spot on.
Really?
Also, I thought when you did tarot, you drew like 3 cards and you
No.
drew 100 cards.
Right.
That
Sometimes I
was,
need more.
my gosh, that was so cool. So yeah, I mean, a lot of those things are spot on. I won't go into a lot of personal details.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one of my goals, and I was actually working on my vision board before we hopped on this call.
Yeah.
Vision boards were centered around finances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like improving my financial situation,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that my kids are financially set for the future, that sort of thing. And that's going to be a current theme for me this year.
Yeah.
The other thing is I'm planning more with my business, and I have some things coming out with that, which actually I could talk about in just a second. My goal with my business is to obviously help a lot of people, make a big
Mm-hmm.
impact, make the world
Mm-hmm.
more beautiful. And
Right.
in doing so, I hope that it will bring abundance to me where I can walk away from my 9 to 5. A
Right.
huge
Exactly.
and a huge fear.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a breakup because I've been
Yeah.
there ever, and it will be a total change in my life. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be a better opportunity for me, a better lifestyle for me if I could
Right.
focus on my own business full time instead of doing both.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that.
Yeah. So actually, I wanted to invite you. One of the things that I have coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I will send you the information. I'm starting
Okay.
a women's group.
Oh yeah.
It'll
Okay.
be weekly on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. So there's a link just like we're on right now where
Mm-hmm.
anybody can join that has the link. It'll be the same link every meeting. We can then share wisdom, or experiences, all sorts of stuff. I really want to get as many people involved as possible and just give people a chance just to get stuff out with other women
Mm-hmm.
and bounce ideas off each other.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that would really be cool. And then the other thing that I want to do is come out with a quarterly newsletter, like
Mm-hmm.
e-magazine
Yeah.
with all sorts of stuff for the season,
Mm-hmm.
logical stuff,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that to like recipes for the season, how to
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
de-stress during the holidays over that
Right.
season. Um, you know, affirmations. I want to include some recorded subliminals,
Yes.
meditations. Like I am,
Mm-hmm.
so that's one thing that I'm working on behind the scenes. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to start outreaching more and getting more goodness and more information to more people.
Yes. I love that. That's beautiful. I love that.
I feel like the more abundance you put out and the more goodness you put out, the more comes
Mm-hmm.
back.
Exactly. Exactly. That's so, so, so true. And I feel like that's a really great way for women to be able to network and to vent, because being a business owner is not easy, and you can't just really like be like, hey babe, because some people just don't understand what it's like being a business owner. So having that network to bounce ideas off of is definitely much needed. So yes. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
great.
Awesome. Well, I really like hearing that you like that idea.
Yes, yes.
Because I still, in my head, my ego is like, oh, it's not going to work out. Nobody's going to
Yeah.
come. And
No.
I have to tell myself, like, recognize that it's my ego,
Mhm.
fear, and
Right.
just let it
Just
go.
do it. Exactly. Just
Do it.
do it.
It's the hardest. I just have to do it.
You're the only one holding yourself back from
That's great.
something. And once I stopped doing that, I was just like, go time. Nothing can stop me at this point.
Right. That's pretty much how it was, just even starting the podcast and
Mhm.
transitioning to uploading the recordings onto YouTube,
Yeah.
because I was so afraid and I was like, oh my God, what are people going to think? And what if it's not successful? What if nobody listens?
Mhm. Right.
And I just had to get out of my own head, just do it, just take that first step. And now it's
Mhm.
so much easier.
Right.
I haven't even done probably like 20 episodes yet.
All
And it's
right.
much easier. And I've already had, based on my analytics, like almost 300 listeners.
Oh wow. That's
So
great.
I feel like I've been doing it since November. So in a matter of like 2.5 months,
What? November? That's crazy
yeah,
good.
yeah, like things are going really well. And I can see they're from all over the world. And
Right.
it's really cool
That's amazing.
that I'm getting stuff out there.
Right.
So I'm definitely going to link your information in the show notes. I'll link your Etsy shop and how people can contact you.
Yes.
Um, do you have anything else that you want to say to listeners, viewers, any pearl of wisdom that you want to give?
Yes, definitely my pearl of wisdom this year is to step out of yourself and don't let yourself get in the way of your dreams, your goals, your desires. There's absolutely nothing you cannot do. If you have an idea in your head, start planning it, start taking actions every day. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks or says about your dreams, your goals, your desires. You don't have to tell anybody, but always putting that best foot forward. And if you want something, go after it. Don't let anything or anyone get in the way of that, because you never know how far something is going to take you. One post can make you a millionaire. One, baking something or whatever it is, you could be 1 or 2 clients away from being financially free or being mentally free. So just do it. You got this. And yeah.
That's right. I love that because, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with this year being a 9, it brings me to think like ending your relationship with self-doubt, ending relationship with the trauma of your past, telling you that you can't do it or you won't be successful, ending limiting beliefs, let that go and just the first step. You could co-create any outcome that you want.
Yes.
I believe. And I feel like you probably believe that as well.
Yeah.
But I really want people to have faith in the universe, trust themselves, their intuition, and just really take that guided action towards what they want to accomplish.
Right. Yes. So it's so amazing. Like, everyone has a desire to craft the life that they want. And I want everyone to know that manifestation is real and your thoughts translate into what you want. Your words translate into what you're wanting. So always speak positively over yourself, over your life, over your circumstances, because the tongue is very, very powerful. So that mind and that tongue, very, 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 very powerful. So yes.
100%.
Yeah.
I think 2024 was a huge growth year for me where I really did 180 on my mindset. My mind is so much better. I used to really struggle with depression and getting in my own head and anxiety and rumination and worry. I started on my spiritual journey. I got sober. I mean, my life has changed completely. Where my head and my heart has changed completely. And that's why I tell my daughter all the time, you have to be your own best friend. What you say to yourself is so important.
Yes.
You cannot be berating yourself in your head and putting yourself down. You should never say something to yourself that you wouldn't say to your best friend.
Exactly. Point blank. You are your best friend. You are your person. You always have to rely on yourself at the end of the day. You can't rely on anyone to make your dreams come true or give you a lifestyle that you're wanting. You have to decide, what is it that I want? Who is it that I want? And just go after it every single day, every day. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take naps or just have a moment, but always planting those seeds, because you never know where you could be just being consistent in something,
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Camry. I love this episode. Listeners, if you like this episode, make sure you leave a comment, a rating, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. It'll help me bring more content like this. Thank you.